Hello, does this work? Who knows, it's been such a long time. It's been thousands of years. Or maybe less than 1 year. Maybe it's been essentially no time at all. But it has been a few months. Let's grab this link. Let me see what's going on here. Cool. I do have stuff to do. I have a few things I gotta do. Namely, I have to get this board to be bigger with an upgrade of some form. Not completely sure how I'm gonna do that, because the way I've got it set up is that, well, one can only assume that any changes to this board are going to be totally catastrophic to anything else that's on the board. I mean, I wish it wasn't the case, but it might be. Don't know if I should even write that down on a post-it note. I don't really see the reason, because there are a few things I have to do today. I don't know how many I'm going to get done. I can copy them out from my book and put them onto post-it notes. And that's kind of a triage, kind of an organizational thing. So, okay, let's do the board size upgrade is probably going to be the first one that I'm going to do. The first one that I'm going to do today. So if I get nothing else done, I hope I should get this one. My worry is that it's going to be much more difficult than it sounds, because of the way that these things are linked into the board. But, yeah, anyway, might be alright. So I also have to add the other pieces. As well. So specifically, that's going to be the bishop, the rook, and the knight. So let me write that down. See, I have the buttons for them down here. These are actually buttons. Bit of clipping on those, actually. It shouldn't be. That's a simple fix, though. Oh my god, what am I doing? Oh yeah? Let's get all of these. Change that Z index wherever it is. There it is. That should do it. There we go, perfect. They still get overlapped by... Is it good enough? I mean, that's a little bit annoying, but ultimately it doesn't matter. So I'm not getting hung up on it. Much more important things to do right now. Namely, I have to actually make it. Because obviously if there's no game, then there's going to be nobody to get annoyed at the vaguely buggy and sketchy looking interface. Okay. Actually, I don't need this on a post-it note. What am I doing? This isn't even worth putting on a post-it note. I obviously know I have to put the pieces in. And before I do that, I need to change the menus around because these guys, you can't actually click on them. You can click on the king, but you can't click on these. And that's not really doing it for me. So eventually I want these guys to be selectable. Okay. I just love writing on post-it notes. I don't understand why it is so rarely actually useful. And another issue is that I only have a very tiny microphone cord. So at any moment, the audio could cut out and I wouldn't realize. Because my cord is very small and very stretched at this time. Hopefully it's alright. Let me change the music that I'm listening to as well. That I'm not going to mirror this onto YouTube because I have no clue if that's going to be fine. Or if YouTube is going to start fighting me on it. But if you want to know what it is I'm listening to, it's this. Just go to this website. Okay. There we go. What was I? Okay, the board thing. So obviously, the first thing you gotta have is a good button. A nice button to show you. Okay. I think I just put it here. I'm not too sure about that. We're going to make this into a link button, and it's going to, let's call it. I think it's going to be like that back button. And this is going to have to be positioned algorithmically. There's no other way about it. How are we going to do this? First of all, it's going to need a font. Should I have it here? Should I have another menu here or something? I have this one. But I could have little tabs on the side. Yeah, showing the, because in theory maybe you want multiple concurrent boards that are all working at the same time. So I could have those little tabs like I had elsewhere. So maybe this side tells you the experience per second on average, and the SP per second on average, and then you just have a little button to upgrade the size. It would still have to be positioned with an algorithm, but okay, let me see. Let me get rid of this for a second. And actually, let me just something I did yesterday. And another thing is I need my password. I'll get it. Okay. What was I doing? Yeah, all good. Okay. So I'm looking at the other. Fuck. Was it this one? No. See, this is why I remade this stupid game. There we are. Because this one, I'm pretty sure. No, right? It doesn't. It's not actually those. It's. Could be this one? Yeah, they're these. So where are these? Ah, so these, maybe, are all in this board foreground thing, which I don't believe that I actually have here. Board background, that's not the same, is it? There's another one called board foreground, which is in front of the board, as one might expect. Where are the pieces? Pieces are in front of that even. Okay. So if I was to just copy that, I'm not sure if this is the best way to do it, but it should be okay. I mean, I might need a foreground at some point anyway, right? You never do know. I really can't be bothered to do any of this, but I am anyway, so what you gonna do about it? I'll sit here in silence until I feel like working again. I'm gonna unmute my speakers, which was the worst that's gonna happen. That'll do. Looks like this is just placed at this size, and then... Alright, no, it's not. Oh, don't like that. No, this should be in here. This is actually a good idea. Why am I changing stuff? I would rather have it here, but I think I've got to change the position too. Yeah. That's actually what I want going to mode. Pretty much good. Now actually, I don't want this to have any color. I don't want it to interact with the mouse. It's basically just invisible and does nothing. Because really, I want this to do... line these up, even though it doesn't make any difference. Just for my plus 780 and plus 16. So even though it makes pretty much no difference. Now I'm gonna have this set of these little tab thingies. The way I have it here is I have this rectangle just randomly placed. All of these guys on the left hand side. I might put all of these to be separate, maybe. I think that makes sense, maybe. Well, actually, I'll make a control. I'll call it tabs. And now I'm gonna have them just sticking out the corners or something. Kinda have a cold today, to be honest. Oops. Looking stuff. 'Cause why not? I might go for some nice maybe a bit. I've had one coffee, and I have this tea here, but this tea is not waking me up, you know. It doesn't have enough raw caffeine. So what I'm gonna do, I want these little tabs to just be minimized, and then when you hover over them, it opens them up and it gives you, first of all, some information about how much average experience you're getting per second, SP. What I might do is the first one is just the upgrades. Because I haven't got any code to calculate any of those averaging things. So the first one make it a control. Let's do this, and we have a link button that just says now this is stupid because this actually should go in the background, shouldn't it? What is wrong? What am I doing? Why did I make this foreground thing? Have I been thinking? What am I doing? It is hidden. Will anybody be able to notice that though? I'll go over this. That was the color. This also looks a bit bad. So maybe it should just be in the foreground. That's what I had it before, right? What if I just put it right down here? It has... Notice that it doesn't actually correlate with anything. I could just put it like this. What does that look like? Maybe it only, I need a little tooltip actually, something which just follows the mouse and only shows up when you're hovering something. It can have any kind of text in it, so maybe that's another post-it note, to be honest. Oh, why don't I hate this? Why don't I hate this? So I'm not sure if I want the board to just grow in a big square forever, because it can get unwieldy and quite stupid eventually. So, if I wanted to get weird shapes, it would be easy. This button would do really nicely for not just being the standard upgrades route, not so reliable. That makes sense. I think it only shows up when you have the required number. And that's fine. Get a suspense. And what is the required number? I don't know, let's say 3264. Some power of 2. Let's do 64 would be sensible. Takes a little while to get there. That's the point. So I don't want it to grow too fast. But I have no idea how fast it's going to grow. I can really get started with this particular kind of upgrade. So displaying it is going to be simple. I can change it if I really don't like it, because it's only the position of the button, and then the actual functionality is kind of what's more important. So actually, I'm going to leave this open, just because I can. So all these small buttons are really okay. A nice slow start, I gotta say. Very slow start. Could be worse. Could be worse indeed. I just gotta finish this cup of tea. I don't know why I need tea. Tea does not wake me up properly. I don't know whether it's better to do the graphic of it. I need the tooltip. The tooltip is going to be important. Anyway, I need a tooltip for all of these things, to be honest. But especially this one, because this doesn't even show a price. Okay, maybe I should deal with this after putting the upgrade in. Not sure. Well, I could, yeah, I'll do it without the upgrade, because I don't want it to cost money while I'm debugging it anyway. So this one. Whatever, I don't mind. Just save some scripts absolutely anywhere, why don't you? Doesn't make any difference. So the tricky thing, what does this thing get? If I just change the number of tiles, what's that actually going to do? So I'm going to access the board here. I'll access the game, in fact. So look away, all good programmers. I'm not a good programmer, I don't care what you say. Increase board size. Essentially, that's what we're doing right now. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Because, well, it's what the upgrade does. This is in semantic agreement with the interface, and that's important. Okay. So what I want to do, first of all, I want to make sure this one's totally not procrastinating and time wasting, trying to do some maths and logic. Yep, easy enough. So next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to give it this board. I'm literally just going to do that, and that. And we are going to see what happens. Fix that. And now we're going to see what happens. That's insane. Are you joking? That just works? You have got to be kidding. There is no way. There is no way that that just works. And to center it. But there is no way that that just works like this. This is... Right, no, there you go. Because all the pieces have to be realigned if you move them. If you change them. Okay. That's fine, because I can still... apply a position difference to everything that's in there. And so the position difference equals position minus the proper position. What should I do? That way around? Not a clue. So this is taking away the current position, adding, so this is pretty much right. And then for piecing pieces, position is add the position difference. That is absolutely unbelievable. That was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. Like, you must be absolutely joking. Now this is a bit weird. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Not sure why it's doing that. wasn't doing that before, was it? I didn't change anything. Yeah, actually, that's quite strange. Maybe go this way. So this is weird because it actually doesn't center the board, really. So why is it better to center the board first? That doesn't make any sense. So this, it shouldn't be... It's only expanding in one... It's only doing that. I want it to also move. Yeah, I don't like it. It's all sideways moving herky jerky. Why can't it actually just center? Just go into the middle, dude. That's strange. It's also strange. Oh shoot. I think I have to restart. I don't think it's actually saving. Wait. This is actually blue up closer to what I want. Which is insane. Not centering the board properly. Why is this happening? What does that mean? What are you talking about? Why is it doing this? Why does it need the size of the window? It needs the size of the viewport if I'm correct. Window size doesn't make any difference. So this should be running. It's just moving the position. It's not. Very peculiar. So what is this doing? It's getting the size of the window, dividing it by 2, and then it's subtracting the size of the tiles divided by 2. So in principle, this should be fine. Right? I'm just going to stop printing stuff, I suppose. Tile, what's that? Tiles times tile size divided by 2. So what is that? That's 42. That makes sense because that's tile size divided by 2. If I do it again, another 42 on because the tile size is only 42. So for some reason I swear this is Godot not being able to handle float in its math. I'm gonna be so mad. No, it's not. It's just dumb. So why is this? Why like this. In theory, it should be. Does not make sense. It does not make sense. I don't get it. So, okay, let's see what the position difference is each time. That one doesn't matter. Minus 42, minus 42. So that should be going back by 1/2. And that one has no position difference, which is awfully strange. None? Really? You're telling me that these are the exact same, even though I just increased the size of the tiles. How is this possible? Because this isn't changing the position of the board, is it? The board is not changing any position at all. The size is, but that's and that's not actually changing the size of the board anyway. But this is strange.
Lie down in the warm green grass, and the sun will shine on
It just
your
doesn't make any
pale
sense.
shade.
So it goes back and then it goes forwards. This ultimately doesn't matter very much. It's just to keep it in here. The window size is always the same. Something about this. You're messing up, Godot. Because look, if I increase this, if I'm increasing this number, it's going to change this, and it's going to change this. No matter what, that's going to be an integer. It's going to multiply by the tile size, and it's going to divide by 2. And the position isn't changing anywhere else. Unless it is. This is not going to look nice. I don't know if this is going to help at all. But let me see. Okay, first of all, yeah, changing the window size, but it really... Wow, maybe it is the window size. Okay. So, window size is definitely the wrong metric. Essentially, I just want this to be in a location, and I know what that location is. Exactly what that location is. It's that. I might want to change that at some point. Yeah, oh. So, I'll just change it to this. That sounds easy enough. I can do this. That's very odd. Because you'd think, if I'm increasing this number, it's gonna change this whole statement. Don't you think so? But it isn't. Somehow I'm able to increase that value. You can see it does increase. It actually does. So that one makes sense. And that one, it still is increasing. So what about this whole statement? This whole statement's gonna change, right? It is changing. What script am I in? I'm in the board script. Yeah, I'm in the board script. I'm not changing the... I'm not changing this to compensate, am I? I mean, this is pretty much always at 0, 0, as it should be. There's only one place where this appears to be getting changed, so that's fine. I'm not worried about the pieces. The weird thing, it was absolutely fine for a minute, and then it stopped being that way. So what changed? Why isn't it able to center itself? Why is it centered on this sort of weird 5 on that side, 4 on this side? This is so strange. This is working. You can see the borders are working. And this thing is not having its position updated properly. So if I do that, what if I actually just print the position? Because I don't think that the position is actually changing. Okay, how is this being shown? Because the position is changing. Let me see. Origin. That's fine. Absolutely fine. It starts at 0, 0. Starts just wherever it starts, but it's drawing in local coordinates from 0, 0. Each square is the size 1 times the size of the tile, and there you are. So that part is fine. Why can't it stand? So why is it this doesn't make any sense. The weird thing is, it is taking this part with it properly. So it knows what the size is. So let me see, is this part being changed? I mean, it is, isn't it? It's gotta be. Here we go. Right, let me start it off with an odd number. Center it perfectly. Now the even ones are messed up ones. And this one is still telling me that the position is sometimes just not changing. Sometimes it goes backwards, sometimes it doesn't. How is that possible? It seems like something is being rounded. That's the only way I can conceptualize this with my feeble mind. This should be it doesn't. I've already established that this it doesn't. Let's do something like this. This should tell us if it's actually making any changes. Right? That's good. Before and after. Before and after. So that's strange because apparently it's already adjusted. It's already adjusted something. So that one makes sense because these two, if you leave it as before, goes to after. Now look, it's not going to come out as this after. It's going to have already changed. See? Look at this. It's already changed. So something else must be controlling it. Because there is no way. It must be here. What about up here? I swear it's here, maybe. No, it's not. It's not even here. Something is changing where this board goes. So what happens if I don't center it and I don't update the board size? It looks bad and it just keeps on going. What if I don't upgrade the board size and I do center it? So nothing is changing the third position. It does this. This is very, very strange. If I take this out and this out, oh, that's bizarre. Look at this, it works. Something about even doing this calculation. How is that possible? Look, let me just check this out here. Oh my god. Hold up. Wait a second. Would you just take a look at this for a minute? That's not changing the position of the pieces. That's changing the position of the board. We got him. There we go. Look at this. Wow. I am mad. I can't believe this. I absolutely can't believe this. My god. You must be joking. You must be. Well, it works. It does work now. And there's essentially nothing else I have to do with it. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Well, we got that little bit done then, huh? Let's do that real quick. That's unbelievable. I can't believe that happened. Oh well, it does happen. On some occasions, it does happen. So we can change the size of the board now, which is pretty neat. Pretty neat indeed. See if the performance is suffering, isn't it? It would be awfully soon for the performance to be. Oh, it kind of is. Just because of that. Do you guys have excessive collisions happening? Wow. Yeah, problem for another time perhaps. Might want to limit how many pieces you can have anyway. I might kind of want to give it a cost. Give it a put it in the saving mechanism and things like that. I don't exactly want you to be able to just expand the board as many times as you like further. Oh, that's giving me a headache though. Well, all that means is that it's to do with the number of pawns. It doesn't necessarily mean anything else. I think the issue is probably that this new valve moves. It tries to move an arm and moves it before. So it does this. Tries to move. Really expensive to get that job. Just because of fueling is really bored of you guys. Not really expensive. I feel like I can maybe some proper profile. Quick. What is giving me all that? That's the question. So the frame time goes up. It's probably the process frame time. That would make the most sense. So many of these. Does lag. Look at that. Look at that process frame time. Way up. Alright, so let's see. Where am I? Pause you. Chess piece base. Right, I didn't check that, did I? Or did I? Yeah, I did. Still not that crazy. Well, Right now I'm down to 3 milliseconds. It was a lot worse than that. It went up to like 200 milliseconds. So possibly... Where is my profiler gone? My profiler has just disappeared. Okay. Start that again. Was absolutely enormous. Let's see what the... Oh shoot, I run out of money. Let me do the super secret hacker technique of just giving myself a gajillion money. I should do it. Oh yeah, I have scientific notation as well. Look at that on that number. Fascinating. It's no longer... It is, but not when it's in mid-movement. It's alright though. So I'm going to pause it there. start my profiler. Was it there? So would you look at that? My process time is enormous. It's 200 milliseconds. So where is all this coming from? Script functions. Okay, on auto move timeout. Okay, so something utterly exhausting is happening in here. Okay. Gain XP, really? That's quite surprising. It's not this, is it? I know that's a slow function, but how is it taking up that much? It's not just this, is it? It's also, it couldn't possibly just be this part. So this, what is actually, this shouldn't be that expensive. That's really easy, especially considering it's only got one to go through. It should have no way of actually taking up that much time. This possibly be taking up so much? Is it just the effect? Maybe it is. Oh, it's actually just spawning that effect 3 billion times a second. I should have seen that coming. What's going on here? Honestly, nothing much. It's a very simple effect. Very simple. Now if I do it. No lag at all. Just wonderful, smooth, pleasant pawn action. Okay. Now what if I turn it back on? Now it's preloaded, it still does not like all those particles, all those labels, even though they're completely simple. I've got a font variation. How is this lagging so much? It's wild. I need to think about how many are actually alive at a given time. So, you go back in once again. Increase by a lot. Now in a minute, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to see. So why is this giving me this much lag now? So collision pairs obviously are going up. So buffering, got loads of incentives. Could just be a lot of electronics. Now wait a minute. Okay, this is a weird solution. What if I just hide it? Does that help? That is not hidden. Still lagging. Still lagging indeed. So what if I do this? I mean, obviously it's not going to be that one, I think. Very weird. Well, I don't need this. Is that not on? I don't think it does. Do not think that it does. Don't tell me. Oh shit. I can undo that, right? Right? Okay, well. I gotta try it, and I have version control. There's always a possibility it is straight up my font variation. Oh my god, is it my font? Now, how does that work? My font variation is being laggy. Oh, now that's not good. Godot engine, what have you done? So first of all, can I have my font back? Yes, please, put this back to how it was. Thank you. Yep. I have my sprite back, I have my font variation back. Now what in this fella is being so laggy? What I wonder is if I save this as something like font TLS. Does that help? Because now it can maybe load it instead of trying to bear that out. I don't know how it works. That doesn't make any difference though. It still absolutely despises my font variation. Okay, well I've saved it, so what now I can do is to try opening a font. A normal font. I can even go for pretty much the same font. Exactly the same font, but now it's not a variation. Now it's just a font. And there's no way that just a font should be laggy. That doesn't make any sense. Somehow I've lost all my money again. That could be a bug. Why is it also not letting me open into my text editor? Why is my save file gone? I am fairly confused. Why is my save file gone? Something just... It is still lagging. If I clear it and use the default font, So Godot only likes the default font for some reason. It doesn't like my nice OTF font that I downloaded from the internet. That's insane. Why? Why? That's horrible. What? That's crazy. What are you talking about? Well, I guess this is the font that I'm using now. That's nuts. It's absolutely crazy. I cannot imagine why that is the case. I'm not sure I want to. I don't even want to know. I figured it out though. I don't know. Should I submit a bug report? That shouldn't be happening. Alright, it's time for me to go get some coffee. So I'm going to go mute myself and make some coffee. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Hope I'll get a bit more energy. You never know, it can happen. One must assume it can happen. In the meantime, I get this guy's walking around doing his thing, so please enjoy. I'll be back in